everybody, welcome back. I have something really fun today. I got this package from Tamara at Country Craft Creations asking me if I would do a video for you all showing you this such adorable new product, and I haven't even opened it. I saved it so I could open it with you. And you may have seen it if you're in the Facebook group where you shop at Country Craft Creations. But it is this adorable sign with these little magnetic pieces that you decorate and attach to it for each season or holiday. And let's see. And then she also sent me this, this one, as you can, let me slide this out if you can see. This one has a little birdhouse on it, the one in the picture. I have this super cute little Easter chick and egg. Here it is. Isn't that cute? So we're going to do that. And she's so sweet. She also sent this adorable Easter paper. This is another guest design team project that I'm doing for her. But honestly, so thrilled to have been asked. She's so sweet. And I really wish they would find a better way to seal scrapbook paper than these horrible stickers. Okay, let's see what we have. It's so cute. Oh, isn't that cute? I have a thing about polka dots. I must have 5 polka dot dresses. Easter eggs and flowers. Oh, the colors on this paper are just beyond. They're so pretty. Carrots. Oh, look at this plaid. I just love this. Little chocolate Easter bunnies. Oh, cut apart sheet. That's cute. More polka dots, more plaids. All my absolute favorite things, polka dots and plaids. And then it repeats. Oh, this is really cute. We're gonna have a good time with this. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's open the box. It's quite heavy. Just be aware. Which is a good thing. Maybe my kittens will not knock it over. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but got it upside down apparently, but let's flip it over. Alright, so here's the stand. That's really nice. And it's whitewashed, so really you don't have to paint it or do anything unless you don't like the color. Front and back. And if you'll notice, it has a couple of little pre-drilled holes here and on the top. That's for the stand and the little handle. And all right, so let me set, let's see. My desk is small, as you all know, so. Okay. It's like over. There's that. All right, so we have the welcome letters. These are the magnets, some screws, and here's our stand. Oh, that's very solid. This is very heavy metal. It's not going anywhere easily. All right, let me set these pieces aside. And everyone that I have seen do this has, and I'm assuming it goes this way, it started out using a screwdriver and ended up using their little portable drill. So I'm just going to skip the screwdriver step and go to the drill. So let me move it up and make sure that you can. Let's see, I've got 3 of these little screws, 1 quite large screw, and 4 of the little screws. Okay, so this big one here, let me move this a little bit so I think you can see it better. the bottom of the post where it attaches to the stand is where this big one goes. Okay, so set that one aside till you're ready for that. All right, and then I'm going to have two small ones to attach the post to the sign, and then you've got two small ones to attach the handle. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My laptop is making a lot of noise. Let me see if I can. All right, well, hopefully that'll stop in a minute. Okay, so this piece, so hopefully you can see it. You see these two little holes? You can align this up. Probably a screwdriver wouldn't be a bad idea to get these screws started. And then you're just going to screw it in like that. Okay? And then, here, let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull this over here so I don't hit anything with the drill. I'm just doing this gradually because I don't want to, I want to do it crooked. So, hopefully you can see. Okay, there we go. And then, okay, this piece, which is the base, has a big divot on the bottom that the screw goes up through like that to make it flat. And this screw is huge. Whoops. See how... So I'm just starting that by hand. And honestly... You can't see it. There's no way I could fit that under my camera, but it looks really cute. All right, so then we have the top, and you know what? I am going to, I'm looking to see if I have something. Let's see, hang on, I got a couple of things here. Let's prop that up a little bit. I'm just gonna put the first one in partially. If you've got more than one screw on something, you never want to put it in and screw it down tight, because then it'll be very difficult for you to get the second one lined up. There we go. Okay, I just got it partly on. Now we'll do the second one. All right, done with the construction phase of this video. Books out of the way, and all right, let's take a pause and then come back and we'll start making the decorative bits for it. All right, so I have I've got my sign propped up with a couple books, or a book in a graphic 45 paper pad underneath. I'll just keep it flat. And I have opened up the package for the chick, and it has in it the large rectangular piece, I should keep this handy, which is the Hello Spring. I've got mine sideways just to try and fit more of it under the camera. So that's that piece, and then here are the chick pieces. here. And then with the sign, we got these letters. Put the baggies so I wouldn't lose them. So I'm not going to do them just yet. Where you put welcome across the top. And the W is the largest letter, so I'm just going to stick it there, which is what Tamara did in her video, and it makes perfect sense to try and figure out height. But before I do any of that, I think the base kit comes with 2 metallic pieces, one on foam tape and one flat, that attach to the background, and then magnets get attached to these pieces to adhere them. But before I put these down, I think I'm going to go ahead and decorate these pieces, because I'm not going to do anything on the back, so I'll be able to still do that. So let me get these out of the way, and I think I'll get this out of the way, which has a handy handle now. Here, and I can get rid of my little support pieces, and let's pull out and see what we have. Now, one thing to be aware of, I don't know if it's true with all the other pieces, but for instance, like this piece is going to go here. In the packaging, they're held together pretty firmly with sticky dots. So probably a good idea to just go through and get rid of that, because we're going to use glue. Of course, you could paint these things. You could leave them together with the sticky dots if you want, I guess, and just paint it, but I'm going to use paper, of course, so I'm going to peel off some of this stuff. So that's going to go on there. And then this piece is the egg. Let's get that. And then we have the little beak. Oops. Face of the chick. And the base. Okay, so we have this piece, and then that piece, and the little nose, the stripe. That way, I hope you could see. And then the flower. Just absolutely adorable. And then we have, again, this little hello, well, in the picture it says hello spring, but we'll probably put, if I've got one, happy Easter or something like that on this one. So let's start with our chick. Let's see. That would be cute. Oh, they're good. The eggs would be cute on the egg. Just pull that out, because that's definitely a possibility. And of course, I love the multicolored polka dots. Maybe I'll use that. And then this paper might be cute as the little ribbon, which is similar to what's in the picture actually on the packaging, but I like this pink too. That's really cute. All right, I'm going to end up pulling every paper because they're all so cute. Let's see if we got a yellow for our chick. We do have a yellow for our chick. Okay. Oh, look at that plaid. Cute. It's got flowers and Easter eggs. That's really cute. That might be cute too. Okay, so we have a yellow for our chick, and I love this pink plaid. Oh, I'm just going to have to pull basically everything out. Let's see. The check is cute. I'm looking to see if we have another yellow for our little chick. Oh, we have a yellow chick. Oh, it's on the back of this really cute plaid. I didn't get that out very well, did I? Oh, that's all right. That's the worst of double-sided papers is both sides are always so pretty. Okay, so let's pull that aside. All right, so we have a yellow check and a yellow flower. Oh, I forgot to look for an orange. I think I saw an orange stripe. I'm thinking for his little beak. Or her little beak. Let's see, I think the only orange is a stripe. That might be cute, a stripy nose. If not, I'll just use a scrap of something else. Let's see. All right, so I think we're going to use this for his face and the plaid for the body. All right, so when you're working on something like this, you always want to work from the furthest thing away from you up. It's kind of like applique, if you've ever done applique. You want to start with the lowest items and then build on top. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is this section. Now remember, this is going to be covered by this. So really we only need, quite a small piece here. All right, let's put this here. Let me see if I got a pencil. Get this out of the way. All right, so, and we're just going to, now remember, this piece here is going to be glued right onto here, right? So if you want to mark it from the back and don't want the pencil mark on the front, you'll have to turn your piece over because it looks like most of my pieces are symmetrical, but it's still a good idea to make sure your template is facing in the same direction as the paper. All right, so let's see. And I can actually go over, even though it's hanging off the paper, because I know that this is not going to show. It's not going to show here. All right, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, wait, this is supposed to be the face. I think that made a mistake already. No problem. All right, let's bring him down here. Oh, you know what? Okay, so let's use this one. Make sure that you got it facing the right way. And then this one you could actually glue it on and then trim it after with your scissors and let's see if I got, sorry, I'm just checking that I didn't put this too far up on the paper. Oh, that looks okay. And I'm going to be cutting these pencil lines off. I'll be cutting inside the pencil lines, so I'm not being too worried about it being too dark. Okay, so then I get our little scissors for this job. And you're going to cut just inside the line that you just drew. Because you can always trim it away if it's too much. But if you cut too much off, you're in trouble. You have to start again. Roughly cut that out to get that extra paper out of the way. If you have not yet gone over to look at this product on Country Craft Creations, it's not, obviously it's not just Easter. you can purchase, and they're quite reasonable, other little kits for every holiday season. I think every single month there's at least one that you could use. I know there was one that was basically a Hello Spring, which I think was the one we looked at on the cover of the box. But there was also, if you celebrate, there was a St. Patrick's Day one. There's a 4th of July, and Christmas, and of course this one's Easter. There's fall, Thanksgiving. I mean, this is a project that you can really use and live with. It'd be a wonderful gift for somebody, maybe somebody newly married or into a new home together, and you could do all of the seasons for them. All right, so then that is going to get glued right on there, and you could paint the edges of this, but I'm perfectly fine with them as is. I don't feel like they need it. So I did get a little pencil line showing right there. All right, so let's glue that. Put away my scraps. And I'm going to use my Art Glitter Glue. I'm back using the original bottle. I wasn't super thrilled with those little tiny bottles I was using, although I didn't dislike them. I just like this better. You know what? I'm just checking to see how I didn't look at the back. Got a little slight overhang, but I'm not going to be concerned about that. Okay, now I flipped it over. I don't want to be confused as to which is the front and which is the back, because it is not symmetrical. Okay. But anyway, I was saying you could, they're really not at all expensive, so you could purchase, even if you just got 4 for 4 seasons plus the base sign, that would be plenty. Or you could do even one for every month and still not, not be spending a fortune. Okay, there we go. And you know what I did not do is I did not get a baby wipe handy. Hang on. Just going to use a tissue. All right. And then what you could do, see how I've got little bits hanging over? I can trim those with my scissors. And excuse me, I'm going to pull this off camera a little bit just to get it closer to me. Then, if the bits are too small to do with your little scissors, you could use a nail file and just file the edges smooth, just like that. Okay. Like that. All right. All right, so let's set that one aside. And now we're going to do the piece that I started to do by accident a minute ago. Is this, just this little neck piece right here. All right. And I'm just going to put that. You know what I'm going to do with this? Hang on. I'm going to, that ragged edge is driving me crazy. Okay. The odds of me getting this check perfectly straight are slim to none. So what I'm going to do is cut it on an angle on purpose. Like that. It'll look cute, and I don't have to worry about getting it lined up straight. Like that, and like that. And then here, you don't even have to mark it, but we're gonna cut this down like that to make sure it clears any dips or anything. There's not much, but just, you know, it's about, it looks like maybe a 1/2 inch. So let's cut that out. And again, I am cutting inside the line, not very well. Okay. I may have to do that one again. I don't know what happened there. My scissors just went all over wonky. Okay. And remember, this bottom part is going to be covered, so you don't have to be, you know, crazy about cutting right on whatever line you've drawn. You don't even need a line. Okay, and then just gonna cut that off. All right, so this piece goes on our base like that, and then the piece that we just made goes on top of it. So you can see, you know, the upper and lower part of this piece we just made are not going to be visible. And I hope I left enough. Here's my chick, my egg rather. Yeah, that's cute. Super cute. Okay. So now, let's put the rest of our little chick down. I love this plaid. We may use that on the egg. Sorry if I just stuck my head in the frame. Just want to make sure I've got it straight. There we go. It looks like I left a little pencil line on there, but I can erase it off or even file it off with my nail file. All right. How's that look? Looks good. Just gonna hit it with the eraser a little bit. There we go. All right, there is our chicken. We just need, the only piece left now is the beak. And, pardon me. I don't know if I pulled that stripe out. You know what, his beak doesn't have to be orange. I wonder if a little solid pink beak, I think that would be cute. Let's do that. And then, you know what, this one I watched a video from Tamara at Country Craft Creations, and she did a pattern, not the same one, but she also had a small piece like this, and she just glued it down and then cut it out. And I think I am going to follow her lead in doing that. Now, there are no eyes on this little chick in the kit. It looks like, I'm pulling a picture of her. It looks like perhaps they just drew them on. Let me see. Maybe. I may go through my stash and see what I've got in the way of things. And if I don't have anything, I may just hold off and pick up something for the eyes. Okay, so let's just, okay, I'm trying to say, it looks like the beak goes like that, so it pretty much doesn't matter which side. I'm just going to set that aside to dry for a few minutes. And then we have our egg. And this is hard because the egg is sort of the biggest piece. No, it's not sort of the biggest piece. It is the biggest piece. And so I do love that plaid. And remember, it's going to get a border stripe, which I'm tempted right now to use this. And I've got this pink. The only thing is I've got that check there. And we've got floral. Doesn't do anything for me. I've got the eggs, which might be cute. Eggs on eggs. This was my original thought. I like this, but hang on. Let me see if I can get our sign into the picture. I just felt like, I don't know if you could see, hang on. Okay, there we go. Like the white, with the white sign, doesn't show up all that well, the polka dots, even though they're really cute. So I think we're going to use the eggs. That's the one that I like the best, I think. Let's get our sign out of the way. And, yeah, eggs. Okay, so, let me make sure I've got this. Oh, you can see it's got the adhesive, so that's how I can be sure. All right. So I need the eggs to be up. So if I don't want the pencil, what I was trying to say earlier is, like, this piece is going to go here like this. This is going to go on top. If I want to draw the template, like here, I'm fine. I just put it here. But if it's going to be drawn on the back, you have to turn over the template. So it's upside down. Does that make sense? I'll show you. So we're just going to take this, it's upside down, you can see the little glue spot, and we're tracing on the back of the piece, which you don't have to do. I did all the other ones on the front, but I'm just showing you how to do it. Now this piece is for the most part fully visible and not covered by anything except for that one sort of striped ribbon going across it. So this one, you don't have any place where you can just fudge it. You need to be a little bit more careful with this one, okay? And that's one reason you may want to draw it on the back, because you might want to make a darker line, or if you make a mistake, you might need to go back and draw another line. Not super accurate at cutting out these kind of things, but we shall hope for the best. This is a place where I would like to use my silhouette. Let the machine cut it out. All right, I think looks like I went in a little bit there. Let's see. I'm good. Oh, where's my cutting aid? And then we cut these. That one I may have left a little too much because I'm seeing pencil line there. I apologize for my voice. I've still got a cold. Seems like everybody is sick. Okay. All right, now, remember, I used the back as my template. I'm turning it over. This is going to be the front. Looks good. It hangs over. Well, was that hanging over that much, or have I just not got it up? Oh, I haven't got it. Hang on. Good. That looks good. Let's get that on. Sorry about that. Now I am going to paint the letters that say welcome, I think. I don't think think I'm going to use paper on those. They just look too complicated to use paper. I don't have a lot of craft paints though, so that may have to wait until I get to the craft store. But today's Friday, so the craft store will be tomorrow. And I will go and pick up a color. My house has a lot of blue in it, so I'm leaning towards maybe a dark blue, but the only problem with that is, you know, that may not look so good with fall stuff, so I may just stick with the black. I'll get both. I think the only craft paint I actually own right now is white. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my little nail file and sort of sand these edges down. And I think you guys have seen me use a nail file of some sort on my paper pretty often in my videos. It's definitely something you should have in your toolkit. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. I mean, you could see this is, I don't know what it is, but I got it at the drugstore for probably less than $1 for 6 or something. Okay, so where are we at? That one. And that. Oh, how adorable is that? All right, and let's cut out our nose. Dry enough. And go. And let's set that aside. And again, we're gonna. Did I do it upside down? I did do it upside down. Numbnuts. Okay. No problemo. We're gonna do it on this side. All right. So what happened is I should have glued this on the opposite side of where I wanted it. All right. Let's try that again. And I'm gonna see if I can get this. I'm just pick it up. I'm gonna try to get it right up against the edge so I don't have to cut that one side. Okay, there we go. They were probably all sitting at home saying, Christina, you're not gonna end up with a pink nose that way. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my, I think that's my sister texting me. I sent her a picture of this sign because I know it's the kind of thing she will just love. Do y'all have sisters? It's awesome having a sister. Okay. All right, that's better. It was a little rushed, but that's okay. And we're definitely gonna have to do a little bit of sanding, which is just fine. And this, I'm going to try and pull that off, or at least some of it, so it's not so visible. All right, there we go. So that's going to be his nose. And you know what? I'm just going to hit the edge of his nose a little bit with a little ink. I happen to have a little bit of pink ink on that. There we go. Oh, that is so cute. All right. Then we have our little ribbon. And I'm going to cut the ribbon out of this. Like that. You should probably draw your lines lighter than what I'm doing. I'm trying to be a little heavy-handed so you can see. All right. So this is going to be, let's pull our little chick back into the picture here. This is going to be this little stripe, which is a ribbon. Okay, so it's going to go there. And then we have a flower. And you know, I'm kind of tempted to use like a Prima flower or something on there instead of the chipboard one. Maybe I'll use the chipboard one and some Prima ones. We'll see. It's awfully cute just as it is. All right, what are we going to make this flower out of? It's got to have a good, I think it's going to have to be one of the pinks, like the nose or something, because so I have enough contrast. This little plaid would be cute. I love that plaid. And let's see. Oh, this plaid's cute. I know you think you need something kind of frilly because it's a flower, but actually I think that plaid might be cute. Or I could go solid pink. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm going to use this plaid. At least I'm going to cut out this plaid. We'll see how I like it after I cut it out. And I'm just wondering, this one might be another one that I should do on the back and then cut out. Rather than trying to trace it. I don't know, that didn't go so well for me last time though, so I think I'm gonna, let's trace it. I'm tracing it on the back though. Out roughly. There. Okay. Now turn it over and line this up like that. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I haven't glued these last few ones down because I'm playing with it. Oh, that is darling. That is darling. I like that. I am still seriously tempted though to put another flower. I wonder if this should be brighter. I'm second guessing myself. All right, let me look at paper. Is there any paper that I didn't? Oh, you know what we have that I could? I'm tempted to recut that because I feel like the contrast is not quite there. What we have somewhere, what's on the back of the cut aparts, that'll be all right, is this pink polka dot. Let's see, have I got more than one of those? Yeah, they're not actually dots, they're little hexagons. And never be afraid to second guess yourself. Yeah. You know what I might do? I'm going to cut this out of this, and then I may retrim this one so it's smaller and do like a stacked map. That might be cute. All right, let's do that. All right. So this goes on the front or the back. It doesn't matter as long as you do it one way or the other. So actually, let's flip it over. And I hate to cut up any of these cut aparts, but we'll do this one. And I'm going to do, move our little guy out of the way. And this time I will, again, I'm marking this darker than you would do. got a little dot on this one, and you can see this one's got kind of an angle, so it's, you can sort of tell which is which, but then I'm just going to do that just so I know how to line it up. All right, let me cut this. I won't make you watch me do this again. All right. Where's our little flower? All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I definitely like the pink better. I love this plaid paper, but it just didn't do anything for the design. But I'm going to hang on to this little flower because we have the sign to make, and I can use that on there. Isn't that cute? So adorable. Okay, before I finish, I gotta glue these two pieces together. Let me do that, and then I think I'll do the magnet before I glue the entire assembly together. Take the pin out. Okay. Turning it over. I've got to get out a baby wipe, although these tissues are okay. All right, so there's our ribbon. Whoops. There's our ribbon. And let's do the flower. And I wonder if I should ink it. No, it's all right. Okay. And again, I used this kind of wonky slanted petal to line everything up. And as I'm rubbing it with my tissue, I'm sort of tipping any excess paper over the edges. And there really wasn't too much. I didn't, oh, I got a big amount left there though. What on earth did I do there? Okay, hang on. I was about to praise myself for cutting that well when I did not at all. All right, hang on. All right, so, pardon me. Okay, so I took a little break, and remember I said I was going to paint these black, and I didn't have any black paint? Well, I remembered that Tammy used a permanent marker on hers. So I grabbed my Sharpie, which I don't even see it right now, but I grabbed a Sharpie and did that, and it's perfectly fine. They're so smooth that there's no streaking or anything. So then I got my clear ruler out, and I'm just using it as base to lay out the letters. And again, this thing's slightly rustic. You don't have to be crazy over it, but you want everything to be, you know, centered how you like it, or spaced it how you like it, I should say. And I think that looks pretty good to me. All right, so let's start the W. I thought about putting these down with score tape so then I could pull them up if I made a mistake, but this thing's a little rustic, and I'm just going to have the courage of my convictions and do it. All right. This strikes me as the sort of thing that I could actually make quite the mess of. And with that thought in my head, hang on one second. a piece of paper there in case I drop one of these things glue side down. I won't ruin my sign. You know what? Tweezers might help with this as well. I'm putting my letters fairly near the top of the sign. The picture, I think, shows them a little lower, but I wanted to leave quite a bit of space. Because I figure they may come out with new designs further down the road for decorations. And actually, this egg that I'm doing, it may be one of the bigger ones, or at least one of the taller ones. And I want to make sure it's got room. For some reason I find the E a little tricky. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay. That was the part I was dreading the most. I don't know if you could hear me. I was walking away from the camera when I said that, but I was not looking forward to getting those letters on. It was not hard at all. I hope that you all saw that. So then there's two magnets, a flat one and a puffy one. And I'm going to put the flat one here and the puffy one here, and I'll show you why. If I put the puffy one here and the flat one here, and then I put this down, and then I take my chick, it won't clear it. So I need to put the flat one there, the puffy one here. That way when I put the chick on, it'll clear the background. Makes sense, right? Okay. Pardon me. But let's see, we could do that now, or we could wait. Let's go ahead and continue decorating, and then we'll do that. I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to set my sign aside. I think it's probably, no, the glue looks like it's not set up yet, so I'm just going to put that aside to dry. I'm trying to find a good spot for it because I don't want to put it upright until those letters are dry. Okay, so we have this. Put that to the side. Just straightening up a little bit here. These are the little magnets that are going to be attached to these. So we'll put those there. And we could finish gluing up our chick. Why don't we do that? Lose our nose. Okay. One thing I have found just in the few minutes I've worked on this project is the art glitter glue does not grab onto this chipboard as fast as it does to just your pattern papers and your cardstock. So you've got a little bit more time to slide it around a little and get it where you want it. The easiest way to do this, I think, is to just line up one side, and the other side should fall into place, at least enough that all you need to do is a little bit of wiggling. Nice. Okay. This is so cute. I can't wait to stock up on all the other holidays. Such fun. And they don't take very much paper. You can use your scraps from other holiday projects. You know, if you're making an album for Easter memories, you can use the scraps for this. And it doesn't have to be Eastery specific, like this one with the Easter eggs. Any sort of springy sort of paper will do. And if you've got somebody in your life who is crafty but not with paper, you know, they could probably use this too and just paint it or use markers or something on it. And then I think I'm going to, the picture shows the flower, I've got the picture right here, shows the flower centered, but I think it looks cuter off to the side. So I am going to put it off to the side. I'm going to find a button or something cute to go in the middle, but I'm not in a hurry for that. So let's just go ahead and put that down, and that's going to wiggle for a minute before it catches. Okay, that's so cute. Okay, and then I haven't found any eyes yet, but that's okay. I can still put the nose down, because I don't really want to draw the eyes. I don't think. Could. So well, I keep calling it a nose, but technically it's a beak. Put the little beak down, and I'm gonna put it, it's got a straight line across the top, but I've tipped mine a little bit, just because his head appears to be tipped a little bit. Just like that, and I do have, I'm gonna grab a scrap of paper. Got some glue oozed out there, and I'm just gonna use this scrap to scrape some of that up. There we go. And this does dry clear if you haven't used art glitter glue before, so it's not a big deal, but I don't want any big gobs of glue there. All right, so I want it angled, but I don't want it super angled, just slightly angled. There we go. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, let's look here. What are we gonna do with this? You've got a 12 by 12. You might have a 4 by 6 that you could use, you know, cut apart. I have the 6 by 6, but I still feel like I might use, I'm definitely going to use one of the cut apart, so it's probably going to be that one that I just pointed at. I'm just looking for the other cut apart sheet. I might have pulled it out. I might have pulled them both out. Nope, here it is. Okay. So I think I'm going to use this one. I quite like. I don't know, Easter wishes. I don't care for that. Sounds like it's more for a you know, Easter card. All right, so I have this little plaid or yellow flower we can work with, plus whatever else I decide we're going to use. So let's see. This thing is actually wider than any of the paper that I have. So I'm going to have to piece the background or grab a piece of cardstock, colored cardstock. What have I got? Well, I pulled some pastels earlier just in case I needed them. What I pulled is the scraps from my Authentique summertime project that I did, which I don't know if you guys have seen. You may not have seen it. And these colors are definitely brighter, some of them, but like this green is almost the same as that green. And let's see, what else have I got here? I've also got this darker green, and this is the one I was thinking about using. It's got the cut-aparts on the other side, but that's all right. I've already finished the album, so I don't need any more cut-aparts. So let's see how that looks. Because I want a nice contrast with the white background. Okay, so we're going to use this as the first base, just to cover this thing. And you know what, I'm going to do with that. Clearly I had it out. Oh, here it is, duh, right in front of me. And I am just going to go over the edges of this little rectangle and darken them up with a Sharpie. It's not necessary, you don't have to, but I just want them to recede a little bit and not show, and it'll give the illusion of more dimension than is actually there. I'll have to remember to do maybe some album flip-throughs, because I didn't record my summertime album. It's actually identical to my Quest album, but it came out super cute, so bright and cheery. Watched many of my videos, you'll know that bright and cheery is not necessarily what I do the most. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to, where's my ruler? I don't know what I did with my Tim Holtz ruler. Oh, it's right in front of me. You would think with such a tiny desk I would be better organized. All right, so this is 5 by 7. All right, let me cut myself 5 by 7. Be right back. All right. There we go. That looks good. All right. This is a kind of an example of be careful when you're cutting your paper. At first glance, this paper does not look directional, but it is. The leaves go up and down. If you turn it this way, your leaves are going sideways. Either way is fine, but just make sure you get the look you actually want. All right. So then, we could use this pink. That was 5 by 7, right? So let me cut this 4 by 6, and let's see how that looks. That nice big green border, and then I really want to use that plaid, and say I like this one too. You know what? Let me go ahead and cut out my cut apart before I forget. I'm not necessarily going to lay these out like this. I'm just gathering the stuff and then I'll figure it out. I do like these polka dots a lot. All right, let's see. Which paper had the plaid on the back? It's this yellow check. Where's the yellow check? Here it is. Yeah, I still really like this a lot. So let's see. How could I use that? I could make a frame out of it. That might be pretty. Let's see. What do you think about that? I do have this, and I think maybe I'll mount this on there. There's not much contrast though, but there is to the background. A lot of pink. Now, maybe instead of this, use that. Or like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, hang on. Let me cut this one. That one, okay, and let's see, how big are these cut aparts? These are 2 by 3. I'm going to cut this 2.5 by 3.5. We're probably going to border punch or corner punch or do something to these things. I'm just trying to get an idea. So how about we did that? It doesn't do anything for it. I may have to give up on using this plaid and find another spot. We'll do another little project. Make a card or something. And we'll use that plaid because I love that plaid. Alrighty, let's see. Just put on a couple of things while I grab. Let us grab a punch. I've got this little fancy Martha Stewart corner punch I think we're going to use. And I also have this sticker sheet. This is from Photoplay, Spring in My Garden, and I think we're going to use this. All right, let's see. I'm thinking that I may prop that up. Give it a little more dimension. Oh, I don't want to get in the way of the Easter egg though. I better not. I was thinking I might put that up on foam tape. I'll test fit it and see. But let's see. We can certainly put this down. Let's start with this because we know that's going there. Still haven't got out a baby wipe. I need to do that. All right, there we go. And then I'm gonna corner punch this one? No, I'm going to put this one down just as is. Floral is really pretty too. And I'm just eyeballing that. Just put it in the... That's good. Drop it in the center. Then, and this, and I think this piece is, let's give this a corner chop. Let's see how that works. I'm worried this corner chopper is so large that my card may not fit on it after I've punched it. That's just what happened, but it doesn't matter because that looks cute. All right. That's a Martha Stewart punch. Trouble with my speaking. See, these frilly punches make a heck of a mess. And there we go. Glue came through, that's all right. Now, there's no law, by the way, that this thing be centered. We could put it up there, like that, and then use, where's my, hang on. So we have that, and this is going to overhang by some fair amount. So I'm thinking instead of sort of all regimented, I may stick this up here. What do you think? I think that would be cute. And then there's room for other things. Let's see how it looks on the sign. Hang on. I'm having trouble getting the pin in my glue. Okay, there we go. Move this out of the way. Let's move these out of the way. Get our sign, and get my little support pieces so that we have it flat. I hope you can see. All right, so this is going to go here, give or take, and then this is going to go here. I could put it pretty far down so it doesn't overlap too much, in which case I probably would, I don't know, something's going against the grain. Because this is small, centering it is not, I gotta stand up. It's not as appealing as it otherwise might be. So I'm thinking put that up there, put that there, and then let's see. Maybe some flowers here. Either a sticker flower. Look at this bunny. I feel like we need to use that bunny too. Or maybe just the bunny. All right, either way, that's going there. So let's do that. Obviously, you do not have to overthink everything the way I have a habit of doing, but this I'm going to put at an angle right there. cute. So cute. Okay. Then I have, decide if I want, looking for that little flower that we cut earlier and didn't use. There it is. Now I could just do a few, I could even cut them by hand or use a punch. I've got a pretty big flower punch and a smaller one. So here's the big one. Let's see. And you could use if you've got a Sizzix or a die cutting machine, you could use that. And I might, but I just want to see if this is something I want to do or not. This definitely is cute. Rather than using regular flowers, let me grab a couple of those just to give us an idea. These are Prima Misty Rose. They just happen to be on the top. And that's a perfect match in terms of pink. And then like this little one could even go there. That's a cute idea. Let's see what else I've got. I have 2 or 3 drawers where I keep flowers. I've got these. It's an awful lot of pink. I feel like I need something else. I've got these sort of rusticy ones, but no, I don't care. I've got these. I think these might be a little over the top. Then again, nobody's ever accused me of shying away from the glitter. I don't know. Glitter for Easter seems like maybe not quite the thing. Maybe just these. I can curl up the edges, and you know what? I can punch some others. Oh, this is the other one that I punched already, or I cut this one out. That could maybe go down there. Yeah, I'm starting to like this. And don't forget, we still have Bunny. That. Okay, I'm liking that. All right, you know what? Let me move our chick out of the way here. I think I am going to go ahead and put this one down in the corner. And I'm going to take just a tool that's rounded and I'm just curling up the petals just the tiniest bit. I mean, the chick is the star of this show, but we still want, still want the rest of it to look nice. And then I'll probably have to flatten a couple of those for the bunny, but that's okay. All right, so let's put a little extra on these two because that's where the bunny's gonna go. That. And let me grab my bunny. this was not part of the design team package, but I'm sure at this time of year you can find a bunny sticker if you want one. Again, I got it from this sticker sheet from an older collection. All right, so there's our bunny. Now let's do these. And this has some kind of adhesive on the back. It already stuck. All right, I'm just being a little bit more aggressive rolling these petals up because nothing's going to be on top of them. All right. And then that one's going to go in the middle of it. I'm going to grab a little Fabri-Tac because this is felt on the back of that. And I'll just put a little dollop of Fabri-Tac, and then our little pink flower. All right, and that's gonna go up there. And that's, this one I think I'm gonna put, I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna put them. Yeah, this one first. This is paper, I can put this down with my art glitter glue. And this is fabric. Gob of glue. I want that like that. Let me see. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Glue aside. And I don't think we want any more flowers, although I've got this, I'm looking at this little, very small flower here. Could maybe go with the bunny, or is that distracting? I think that's distracting. Oh, I like it as it is. I don't want to add any more. I sometimes have to resist the urge to gild the lily. All right, let's see. I think we really can't do too much more until we get the magnets done. And let's get our sign back. And I still need to find, I want to find a button or something for here and something for my eyes. I may use one of those little flowers for there instead of a button. I think that might be cute. And I'll tie it into the, oh yeah, hang on, look at that. That's what we're going to do right there, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it so it has time to dry while I am doing the magnet part. Okay. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay. All right, magnets. Now the magnets are self-adhesive, so we don't need an adhesive for those. And again, I've got my little support books. And I am putting the foamy one down here and the flat one up there. Let's grab that. And despite deciding not to use glitter on my Easter, I somehow ended up with it. Right, okay, so that's about where I want that, I think. Maybe up a little bit. Let's see. This one is unusually tall, so it can come down a bit. All right, here we go. So if I'm going to put that there, and the center of the magnet will be about 5 inches down. All right. And then this thing is 1, 2, 3, there's 5 boards, so that's easy enough. I'm using the sharp pointy on my scratchy tool. That was all technical terms right there. All right, so I made a little scratch so that I can see. Actually, leave that out because I'm going to need it for the other one. And I'm putting the flat piece of metal. These aren't magnets. These are metal pieces that the magnets on the interchangeable items will stick to. Okay, and then you're going to take one of the magnets that came with your accessory kit, which in this case is the chick, peel the back off, leave the adhesive side up, and stick it there. And you're going to place your sign about where you want it. Press firmly. Right? And then just sort of slide it down until it releases. Perfect. Okay. So let's leave that one in place. Right? And decide exactly where we're going to put that one. Sorry, things stopped recording for a minute, so I don't think you have missed anything. I haven't glued this down. I did glue this down, and you saw me do that, I think. So we're going to repeat the process and take the back. Hope you can see the bottom here. I think you can. Leave the adhesive side up, and then I think I want him to be at a little bit of an angle, not straight up and down. Not that it matters, you can do whatever you want once it's stuck. Maybe there. Well, it's going to be there now. I think I probably should have put it lower. Well, I didn't stick it very hard, but it's stuck, but that's fine. That is so cute. I just need a couple things for eyes and it's done. Love it. It is just adorable. That is just really, really, really cute. All right, let me see if I can find something for eyes, and then we'll finish it up. Okay, so here's what I ended up doing for the eyes. I took my We Are Memory Keepers Crop-A-Dile. I used the big hole punch side, and I punched 2 holes out of some navy blue cardstock. And then I just glued them down with a little art glitter glue. Easy peasy. All right, so let's bring this over. And you could put him low and like this, especially if you've centered your saying. Or you could go up a little higher, like that. That is just so, so, so cute. I really encourage you to purchase one of these. You know, it's just, you know, how many times do we go to the hobby store or the home store or whatever for every single holiday and buy something, and before you know it, you've got all these things you have to store. You spend a lot of money. This is quite inexpensive. I forget the exact price, but it's like maybe $28 for the sign, maybe even less. Each of these is $7, $6.90 something like that. It's totally worth your investment. And then you have just the one sign. These little things, even if you had one for every single day of the year, would fit in a small box. So I just think it's a great idea. And I definitely encourage you. It's a lot of fun to make. I already can't wait to make some more of these decorative pieces for more holidays, because I just think they're so cute. It's just so cute. It was so fun. So again, you can get all the supplies for this at Country Craft Creations. It was the, let me see what the paper pad was called again. Echo Park 6x6 Easter Wishes by Lori Whitlock. Just absolutely charming. So cute. I only used from outside the collection just my one little sticker and a couple of flowers. Otherwise, everything's from the collection. Oh, and this piece of green. And a Sharpie. I used a Sharpie to color the letters. So easy. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Comment down below if you have anything you want to say, questions, anything like that. I'll be happy to help you out. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next project. Thank you again. Bye-bye.